Okay, bought a 12-volt monitor, battery monitor off Amazon, around $10. I'm going to put this in my Harle Davidson trailer. I have a single 12-volt deep cycle battery. It's pretty old, but it's still doing okay for my LED lights on the inside and outside of the trailer. So it comes, if I had to guess, 22 gauge. So I'm having to strip it back further, because if I use a smaller gauge battery terminal in, I only have a 14-16 gauge fuse holder. So obviously if I used, I'm going to have to use this I fold this back to make it thicker, and so what I'll be doing, I'll put the red to red, of course. Take this, I'll take the heat gun. These are heat shrunk, so that they work out really good. And then on the ground, I have smaller wiring, so I can use a smaller gauge. See where they thinking my wiring. Look for my wiring. Well, I say I do. I don't know if I do or not. No. I'll be back in a minute when I find maybe a smaller gauge wire for the ground. Okay, I'm back. I did find some leftover 22 gauge little piece. I'm not going to run this very far. I'm going to actually just put the monitor on the battery box so I can just peek in the trailer every once in a while, see what my voltage is. So I'll strip this about ½ inch. I'll get to use this smaller 22 gauge coupler here. Squeeze it together. Then we're going to attach it to the monitor ground, black, which is ground. Tighten that up. In this case, I really didn't have to cut that one and fold it as much as I did the other one with the fuse holder on it. The smallest I got is a 5-amp fuse. This, for this particular situation, I could have went 2.5, but I don't have a 2.5 holder, or a fuse for that matter. Yeah, this thing got me in a situation here. Let's cut some of that off. Yeah, I just can't believe they use such small gauge wire. Hard to work with. I've installed one of these on the dash of my conversion van so I can keep up my house batteries without having to walk back into the kitchen area to look at the monitor there. So I'm familiar how these work. Just can't get that in there like I want it. That might be right there. Give her a snug. She looks tight. She looks tight. Okay. Strip this one off. Might as well use the other part of that piece of wire I found. And of course, again, now because this is a 14/16, I'm going to have to make this thicker, so therefore I'll be cutting it more, folding it twice. And see, I might be try to bring that back here. I don't need it that much. That's perfect. Hold that together. And again, I will be heat shrinking these as well. Alrighty. That's tight. Now we got the monitor here. Got the ground here. And the hot here with a 5 amp blade fuse, which I won't put in yet. I'll walk you over to the trailer so you can see what I'm going to do. Let me go turn the LED lights on here. Okay. Got about a 9-year-old battery there that stays around 12.4, which is fine. That's all I need for my LED lights in here. To camping equipment, motorcycle, golf clubs, just all kind of odd and end stuff. I do have a 750 cheap modified sine wave just in case I want to put a fan in or additional light for outside. But I'll be obviously taking these loose here, ring nuts. Put the hot on there, ground on there, and then I'll probably just maybe, it's got come with double-sided tape, so I may just attach it here. I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. I found the ring terminals I need for the battery. This is 16 to 22 gauge ring terminals, and we'll put those on, then heat shrink them. I don't have any kind of editing equipment, fancy stuff, so I'm having to just kind of piece these videos together to make one video. And my tripod's not here yet for the camera, so I'm kind of having to deal with that as well. Okay, she's tight. Cut a little bit of that off. Got all this stuff on Amazon. I converted my van, which I'll probably do a video on it a little later. She's a beauty. Bought her brand new, empty 3500 extended Brown ProMaster, and I got it going on. We'll do a video later on it, but 3 years now, never gave me a problem. Water heaters water tanks, everything you can think of electrical. I even made my own ladder, put my windows in myself, made my own roof rack. I got 3 100-watt solar panels up top. They're flexible, glue on, tape on. We'll go with that later. But anyway, I'm no electrician by no means, but haven't had any electrical issues in 3 years on that very complex build. Alrighty, let's get this put away. I'm sure everybody knows how to heat shrink, so we'll do one, then I'll cut the video off until I get to the battery to install it. Essentially, I like to heat gun. People use lighters, cigarette lighters and so forth. But since I got a heat gun, I'll just use that. Alrighty, so we'll be back when I finish shrinking the rest of them. Okay, I'm back. Like I said, I do not have a tripod yet, so I'm just kind of get all this stuff working. We're viewing audience. YouTubers can see it. Hopefully, help someone out. Like I say, I'm not an electrician. But if you can see the monitor, by the way, I'm having to use a headlamp because once I unscrew these wing nuts, obviously the LED lights will shut off. So anyway, there's hot ground. Well, 12.2. And my multimeter reads it at 12.3, 12.2, 12.3. And right now the battery does need a little bit of charge, but I plan to put a solar panel on top of the trailer as well with a solar charger. 100 watts all I need, but I'm going to definitely buy a new deep cycle battery. I use golf cart batteries, 6-volt golf cart batteries, AGMs in my trailer, my van, and I'm definitely going to go with an AGM here, but anyway, there it is. Now we'll unscrew the hot we'll move the monitor out of the way. We've got the hot here and the battery tray. Openings are out the back, so we're going to put this one here on the hot, red hot. Tighten it down a little bit. By the way, I already got the 5-amp fuse in the holder. Now we want to do the ground. And again, here and here is where the battery tray empties out on wiring. I'm going to get what am I trying to say? A fuse block for this stuff, like I have in my van. But I've only got, 4 total here, so I think I'm good. I'm not going to put a switch on this one. The one I have in the dash of my van, I have a switch on it to turn it off so it won't draw anything. But it's such a minuscule draw from what I read and from what I'm familiar with, that I'm not really concerned with it in the trailer. All right, she's working, and let's pull the paper off, or clear plastic. I don't think I brought my double-sided tape with me that came with it, but anyway, we'll fold the fuse holder up. Tuck it down there a little bit. I plan to redo all this as soon as I get my solar panel and my fuse block. So we're going to run this just kind of like this. Everything cool, good. We're going to put this back on. And this bad boy going to go right there with tape, with a double-sided tape they gave me, and I don't know why I didn't bring it. Let's see, that's error. Alrighty, that's about it. I'm gonna tape it probably there. I'm gonna stand it at the door. I want to be able to stand it at the doorway and look in, because when my Harley or my other motorcycle, oh man, this thing, I'm sorry about all the crazy turning, but anyway, my next project, I went AutoZone today, and I've done this previously on a generator when I converted a trailer, and I'm going to run that right there, the flex repair pipe for a muffler. This is the 1.5 inch. It fits in that plastic hole of the Predator generator so easy, and I'm going to put probably a 2 inch, maybe 1.5 or 2 inch hole here, and run it underneath. That way I can run my generator when it's inside the van. I mean, inside the trailer, and so I can plug into my conversion van. Anyway, thank you for watching. Hopefully this helped.